Hello and welcome everyone to another StarCraft 2 England cast. Today I've got another sweet, awesome, fantastic best of 3 game from the IPL5 Korean qualifiers, which anyone who watches my channel not will know I've cast so many of these, but I don't mind because they're sweet and cool and just epic play. So it's all good, and the people at IPL5 Korean qualifiers were fantastic for releasing like all of the games because it's just an endless, well, what appears to be an endless supply of quality matches. So, who have we got today? We've got a player who, under the tag of Fat and Lazy, is actually EmpireViolet. He is the blue Zerg in the lower left, and we've got MVPVampire as the purple Protoss in the top right. The map is GSL Cloud Kingdom, so there are these supply depots there. And as you can see from this pylon, Vampire is definitely going to go for a fast expansion of some kind. And what can he transition to from there? Well, the third, it's not too hard to take. It's not too easy either, though. It's a bit of an interesting third. You can get some nice wall-offs sort of across here, which just let you take this third relatively safely with quite a few gateways. So we'll see if that does come into Vampire's play. But to be honest, I can again nice 2 base up and then either go for quite a bit of gateway pressure or maybe a say 4-gate robo type build just to really put on the pain. Meanwhile, Violet, what is Violet going to be going for? Probably a 14 to 15 pull. 15 almost certainly is already up there. I doubt he'll hatch first, it's really risky, but he will attempt to get a third really quick, because generally the 45-minute mark on a third is the counteraction to a fast expansion from a Protoss, and it does actually look for the moment like Vampire could be going for a Nexus first. That'd be insanely bold, but it's quite a big map, so he should be okay. He also saw that the spawning pool wasn't rushed down, so ultimately he can play it a bit riskier and get that economic advantage as pro. Gonna try and block the natural, but the 2 drones will deny that, hopefully pretty well. Although having said that, Vampire is doing an amazing job, but there goes down the natural. So what can we really expect from Vampire? I mean, I reckon this 2-base play is probably going to be where it's at. It's just a bit of pressure you can put on very, very nicely. Of course, this is game 1 of a best of 3, so taking it does give you that psychological advantage going into game 2. And really, there's no reason not to put on pressure, because this 3rd base is essential to Violet's play. As a Zerg player, you've got to get up this 3rd base to stay economically ahead. And really, on Cloud Kingdom, there's 3 attack paths in. You've got a very big attack path here where Protoss units can come in. You've got the ramp, but also you've got this little area here, which really, if you try and overcommit to this side, units can just come up and pick off your natural. If you overcommit to this side, well, units can come poking up here. Any of those 3 options are pretty bad news. So that's why I reckon Vampire will go for a 2-base play. This map really lends itself to that, and I think Violet could have difficulty, in all honesty. So, what else have we got going on? Well, the forge is up, the cannon's up, the gateway is on its way. The probe just finishing off that wall off till the cannon finishes. 2 gas down, does get scouted by the Overlord. What you tend to see quite a few Protoss players doing now is you'll get 1 gas up here and 1 gas at the natural. That way, the Overlords can't get a count. And that can be really, really awkward, because the gas count is what tells you what is going on in terms of economy, tech, and everything really is essential to the early game gas. And as you can see from Violet's side, no gas yet, to be expected. He got his 3rd down pretty much at the ideal time, about 4 minutes 20ish. And he's got his natural up and running. Creep tumors are spreading, very nice. The one thing I would like to see from Violet is to just get a creep spread queen, our queen whose sole purpose is just to spread creep, because it's such an effective tool, and especially on a map with so many different entrance paths, it can really help if you can spread out all around here, all around these areas, just to basically know what's coming at you. This Overlord perfectly placed up on the high ground. Now, we do have a Cybercore and also the Chrono Boost going off on the Forge, and that basically suggests to me the Vampire's probably going to be going for some kind of timing push with either +1 or +2, because that's the only reason you Chrono Boost out and upgrade so early. But here comes the Chrono Boost on the Warp Gate tech as well, so my money is on some kind of Warp Gate play. Maybe 5 to 7ish Warp Gates, perhaps a Robo in there as well. That can be good for the Warp Prism and also Immortals, depending if you see Roaches out. But for the moment, everything on Violet's side is going normal. Vampire really just needs to take out this base and he'll be in an amazing spot. We do have Violet, God, it gets confusing, Violet and Vampire. We do have Violet getting down 3 gas straight away, so that is quite indicative of going for quite a lot of roaches, as the roach one comes down as well. 3 gas lets you really pressure with roaches, aggressively pump out a lot. So be interesting to see how Vampire does deal with him. I mean, he's got that warp gate checker coming out, and holy gateways, it's a 7 gate 2 base all in. So what did I say? Pick up this 3rd base and you are on the money. And to be honest, Violet is going to have a nightmare dealing with this. Just these 2 zealots, they're basically out here just to make sure these pylons stay up. And they can eat through just so many Zerglings, it's insane. But with the 2 queens here, that could actually be a bit of a problem. Quite a few more Zerglings are on their way. And both pylons have now been spotted. So could be a bit dangerous, but 1 pylon should finish before the Zerglings get in, and that will allow a big wave of warp-ins. The last 2 gateways to that 7 gate are coming around now, and of course there's still this 2nd pylon. And essentially, if you can keep those up and get a big wave of warp-ins, like we're seeing here, of really pure Zealot, this is going to be tough to deal with. But the first roaches are coming out now for Violet, and they could literally save him right now because the Stalker numbers are so low. But Zealots, they are very good against Spines. They can focus down a lot of Lings, and even if they start focusing hatcheries, they can be super effective. But Violet's defense here, absolutely brilliant, and Vampire looks like he's getting denied this push so aggressively, and this could cause massive problems. Quite a few units getting taken out on the warp in, the roaches marching forward, and the queen's even going there for the pylon. And, well, Violet is making this look incredibly easy. And to be honest, Vampire's been shut down. He's at half the supply now. The worker count was, well, there's the GG. Says it all. That was a 2 base all-in, and that was a lesson from Violet how you deal with that. So that was game 1. Tune into game 2, it's on my channel, so just click across to there. There should also be a note in the description section if I remember. So, see you in a second. I hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up the video if you did. Thanks for watching, and see you in 2 secs.